this is Corella again, and I'm here to talk about, why it's important to understand when an idea is complete. Because remember, when you're writing, your writing represents who and what you are. And that's the impression that people have of you, your writing. The words that you put down on a piece of paper and how you put them down, how you construct, how you structure what you want to be said. If the person doesn't understand you, then their impression of you is not the best. Okay, so let's look at why understanding what a complete idea is, why that is considered or why that is important. Number one, it tells you what punctuation to use, how to put things together. Because in the end, if your ideas aren't complete, a person doesn't understand what you're trying to say. So, remember I told you a complete idea doesn't necessarily, the only definition isn't a subject, a verb, and an object. You can have a complete idea with just the verb, run, talk, sleep, eat, right? You can also have a complete idea with only the subject and the verb, right? I sleep, okay? I am sleeping. There's no object there. All right. Now let me show you let me show you how you combine sentences together. So, for example, I don't know if you can see this because it might be too light, but let me read it for you. It says, Mary is my sister. Mary is my sister, period. I hate Mary. Now, the way I have Mary is my sister, period. I hate Mary, period. I have those as two complete ideas, right? Now, yes, you do. You have a subject, you have a verb, and you have the object. Now, I can have it that way. Mary is my sister, period. I hate Mary. Or I can combine the two complete ideas into one complete idea. Now, if I do that, that sentence is called a compound sentence. And to do that, instead of having Mary is my sister, period, I would put Mary is my sister, semicolon. Right? Then I hate Mary, period. So what have I done? I've taken two sentences, I've combined them into one sentence, but I have punctuation. I put a semicolon. So now, the difference between saying Mary is my sister, I hate Mary, those are two complete ideas. One thing has nothing to do with the other. But if I say Mary is my sister, semicolon, I hate Mary, maybe the reason that I hate Mary, probably the reason that I hate Mary, is that she's my sister. So there were problems between us, and now I no longer care for the person. And the reason I no longer care for the person is that the person at one time was my sister, or is my sister, but there's no relationship there. But now look what I can do. I can take these two independent clauses, Mary is my sister, semicolon, I hate Mary, and I can make one clause dependent on the other. And that's called a complex sentence. So one clause can stand alone and the other clause cannot. Do you remember I told you in the first video that if you have a coordinating subordinating clause, right, then the clause that is part of, like although, even though, right, that clause cannot stand alone. So listen to how I'm going to change the sentence. So originally the two sentences were, or the clause was, Mary is my sister, I hate Mary. Now, although Mary is my sister, think about it, you're waiting for something. What? You're waiting for the other shoe to fall. You're waiting for me to explain. Although Mary is my sister, I hate Mary. And the reason I use although is that it's not normal for a person to hate his or her sister. Now, I can also use a conjunction that combines two independent clauses or two sentences. So I could say, Mary is my sister, comma, but. Now, when I say but, you're expecting something that in one way or another is going to contradict what I just said. But I hate Mary. You know, punctuation isn't that difficult when you're talking about periods and commas and semicolons and dashes and hyphens and apostrophes. They all have a reason so that when you're writing, your writing is clear. Your writing represents you well. So when someone reads what has been written by you or what you have written, the person's impression of you is a good impression. So we'll continue with looking at little things about writing so that you're no longer scared of grammar, punctuation, vocabulary, structure, critical thinking. So this is Coralla Ficklin McLean talking about writing. Thank you very much. Bye.